So yay!
Yay! Hi, everybody.
It's Erin's Tchotchkes. Oh, Joe, did I tell you we dance? We dance.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, doing a head dance.
We dance because on Saturday morning is the place to be.
You just got it.
Erin's Tchotchkes, 8 o'clock Saturday morning.
Yay! Yay!
And I'm so excited that Joellen is here with me today. And I'm going to back up for just 1 second. I get really excited.
I do too. That's okay. I do too.
And my brain goes like,
totally
my brain just went, whoo! So
totally fun.
So just a reminder from my end, July in my world is Donate Life Month. It's all about the transplant and organ donation. So if you're a donor, drop in the comment, Donate Life. I'll send you a little special something from lemongrass. And I'm also donating 10% of all of the lemongrass purchases to Donate Life. So if you need anything, it's a good time to do it. And those are my little updates. And then next week or the week after, I'll give you an update on what the total was that was donated. So that's my little share for today.
Nice.
And now we're going to talk about Joellen.
Okay.
So Joe and I, we met at a jewelry event that was hosted by Heather Bling, and I think, was it 2 years ago now, Joe?
Maybe
3.
At least, maybe 3. But
oh my goodness,
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah.
And when Joe and I met, and I'm more comfortable in my skin now than at the specific time I met Joe, because I had just moved here. I was just meeting people, but I felt like Joelle and I, like, our eyes locked from across the room.
We did.
It was like across the room, and we kind of gravitated to each other and looked at some jewelry next to each other. We're like, hi, it was that. Right. And then we just started talking, and then we're like, we need to get together, and then we did.
Right.
Because people say it all the time. We should, but we did. And we've just stayed connected ever since. Yes. And Joellen is amazing. She's a very, very intelligent woman. I love her brain. Very intelligent, very creative. She worked in the healthcare system for many years at a very high level. You actually managed ERs, right, Joe?
I did. I managed ERs in 5 states.
Yeah. And she chose to go out on her own and become a business and life coach for entrepreneurs. Yep. And what's amazing about what Joellen can do, because not everybody can do this, and so the fact that she can do it is huge, and that she's chosen to teach entrepreneurs how to do this and grow, is that she combines intellect with intuition, and she infuses left brain skills with right brain strategy. And so in her coaching, I've done coaching with Joellen, and she takes you places that might feel uncomfortable, and if you're not used to doing right brain things, especially in a business sense, it might feel sometimes cuckoo, sometimes woo-woo, sometimes just uncomfortable. But like what everybody says, like, uncomfortable is where the growing happens. That's where it happens. And so when you can engage that part of your brain with all of the logic that you use, like, you can expand in amazing ways. And so, Joe, I would love you to expand on that, and what you've got going with your business right now, because I know COVID's a little funky, but we have the magic of Zoom. So tell me what you've been doing. What's going on?
Wow, that was an awesome introduction. I feel humbled. You see this big smile on my face. This is my passion. It's like, okay, we get to talk about.
It's always like, it's just, and that's natural.
Yeah.
It's like she's forcing it. That's not like staged.
No.
Joe is a happy soul.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after, like you said, after working and managing ERs across the country, and you can imagine that's difficult in its own right because you have to find physicians and God forbid, if you have a physician who misses a plane, you don't have somebody covering that ER, right? So I've got to scramble anytime, day or night, to find an ER doc to cover an ER because this other doctor was too late getting on the plane, right? So I can't even imagine what they're dealing with today with COVID and trying to find physicians who want to work because frankly, they've got families too, right? But anyway, after leaving that, how can you not have a smile on your face 100% of the time? Because it's like, I have life again. Me too. So, but yeah, so it's so fun because in what I do now is, like you said, I really combine the logic because we live in a left brain world. We're logical, we're analytical. It's like, what the heck do I do? What's my strategy? I got to do this task, that task, move, and but it's not always that. And so I've incorporated the right brain, which is very creative. I follow meditation or processes. I'll even bring in oracle cards or crystals and something, and I've taught infinite possibilities to an adult ed class. I've had doctors from Stanford, I've had accountants, I've had housewives too, and I've had entrepreneurs in that class. And I remember working with this Stanford doc who had never even heard of oracles, of course. And so I said, it was a beautiful class, obviously infinite possibilities, how can it not be? But I said, I'd like to just introduce you to this right brain tool. And really what oracle cards are is they're subjecting you to your same question, but in a different way. Mm-hmm. And I said, I just want you to pull a card. You don't have to believe in it. I'm not asking you to believe in it. And that's what I ask all of my clients. Just have an open mind. Because at the end of the day, if I can teach you to look at an old problem in a different way, you now have a tool that's useful lifelong. You don't have to go to therapy and just throw up all the stuff that's going on in your life, which therapists are awesome. Psychologists, I totally believe in. But you have a tool that you can affect change with at any point in time that you can just pull it out of your toolbox. Oh, I know how to use that now. Yeah. And that's what my clients do. My clients tell me, I've been here, I've been there, but now I have tools that let me resolve this problem. And that's what's so powerful about using the right brain. It gets into the subconscious. And so this particular doctor came back the following week. He goes, oh my God, you know what I did this week? And I go, really? Good, it's good. And he was very open, he was a beautiful, not all doctors are, right? But it was good. And
regardless of the profession,
exactly. And so what you understand is that if your subconscious, it's kind of like that old analogy of the iceberg. Our logical brain is the iceberg. That's what you see on the top of the water, the logical brain. And look at how, listen, I've seen icebergs, they can be beautiful, but it's still a tip, literally, no pun intended. It is a tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg.
And underneath is your subconscious. And we work, I'm reading a book, Good Habits, Bad Habits, because it plays a role in my coaching. I have to set people up with really successful, and I mean high-end successful habits in order for you to have a level 10 company, right? Because clearly somebody's not there yet. So 43%, and this is a true statistic, 43% of our daily behavior, now this is in our waking hours, is all by habit. Well, are your habits serving you? And if you're not making a $10,000 month every month, at least minimum, my goal is like to get people to a $20,000 month as their bottom, then there's something wrong with your habits too.
Right.
So
I wanna pop in really quick because you mentioned the oracle cards, and today, and yes. I'm going to be part of this workshop, but today, Joellen is hosting a Zoom workshop, yep. And it's teaching you how to use oracle cards and incorporate them into your business.
This
right?
is
Yep.
such a magical little playful thing. First of all, everything we do, it's all blended, right? It's a right brain creative workshop, but it blends with your left brain. You have to think logically and you have to be discerning. But this is called using one oracle card and discerning a new answer for your business. So you could, and it's really wordsmithing, but it's taking an oracle card, pulling out the meaning, and then pulling out other words that are really impactful for you, and then writing a poem or a message. Now we could create a whole business plan around the outcome. There's more to it, but it is so beautiful. I've done it. It blows me away, the outcome of this. And so everybody I do it with is like, oh my God, it's not reading a book of the guidebook to an oracle card. I mean, yes, you can read that message, but you're really creating your own message, your own writing, from just particular words. You could even use a thesaurus and go into a thesaurus. It's just an amazing little workshop. But this focuses on business, very left brain, and using oracle cards, a right brain, so that you can reach that new answer. And it's just kind of maybe almost an introduction to incorporating, things with your right brain to form very logical processes. Yeah. So it's just for an hour today from 1 to 2. It's only $15. Yeah. It's a cute little.
I'm really excited about doing it. And you don't have to have your own cards. If you, I happen to have oracle cards, but if you don't, they'll be able to connect with you ahead of time, correct?
Well,
or we're going to pull a card as a group.
Oh, well, no, it will. Everybody will have their own customized card. Okay. So if you don't have your own cards, I'm going to have tell you a site to go to where it just, you draw a site online. And this is a site that I trust. I trust the answers online. So, because I've used it over and over again when I'm traveling, and it's just the same. It doesn't matter whether you're going from a book or from this particular deck online. And I use Colette Baron Reed's deck online. That's the only site I'll go to for cards, because I know how infused they are with energy, and I read energy. So I love it. So people will get fascinating answers, and it's totally different from anything they've ever done.
Yeah. So I'll post the link on here when we're finished, but if anyone's hearing this right now, go ahead and make a comment so we can make sure to connect you so that you can get all of the stuff for this afternoon. Right. Because it's just going to be fun.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's just a group of fun people doing our Zoom thing. And I mean, there's scissors and paper cutting involved. So it's just good fun.
So that's going to be colored pens or colored pencils, it is all fun. Yeah, it's a playtime.
Yes. So my favorite part and the title part of the show is the tchotchke. So you want to get your tchotchke with us today. I'm also excited. I love people's tchotchkes, which is why I have this show.
I love that. I had, first of all, I had to think, like, how do you spell tchotchke?
I know, everybody does.
Thank God you had it spelled for me.
My husband wanted me to change the name of the show because he kept having to look it up when he wants to watch the replay on YouTube. I said, I'm not changing it because you can't remember how to spell it.
I love it. I think
he went outside. I'm like, he's going to get mad at me.
I love it.
I'm not changing it. It's my public education. I want the world to know how to spell tchotchke. But okay, let's see it. What you got?
Okay, so if you guys can see that, I might have to move.
I can see it.
Okay, so this is a little fairy girl, and let me move my hand. Okay,
her.
So isn't she cool?
Yes.
And it says believe. And it's like, I put this up on my wall, and I took it down for this show, but she's just so beautiful. And
gazing at the moon.
Yeah, and with the word believe there, it's just a beautiful reminder to, like, forget about what's happening in the world. We know we're all in it. We're all in COVID. We're doing these Zoom calls. Zoom's now our best friend. Jesus criminy. And it's like, at the end of the day, we have to look back at the history of our world and all the things we've gone through and all the things we've created. If we can keep a long vision, I thought this fairy totally expressed that. It's believe. Just keep believing, guys. You know?
Do you remember where you got her?
I think I got her at a New Age store, probably Nature's Emporium out here in Coral Springs.
So you've had her. So is she fairly new for you?
No, I've had her for a while. I've had her easily for a few years. I had her hung in my closet in my old house, where I walk in the morning and get my clothes, and that would just like, okay, Joellen, you got this.
I cannot remember where. I may have gotten it from like the Marie Kondo thing of tidying up. I really never thought of putting things in my closet. And then I read that and I was like, I have space in there, and you stand in there. And a lot of times you stand in your closet in a space of frustration because you're searching and you have to be somewhere and you don't know what to wear and what color and blah, blah, blah. And so I have art. I hung some jewelry as art in there, and I have paintings that I've made that I love, but not, they're not necessarily living room worthy, and I hang them in my closet because they make me happy.
Right. Absolutely.
So I love my closet.
So that's my tchotchke, this beautiful little fairy. Yeah.
I love it.
Isn't she pretty? She is.
And the moon. I love the expression on the moon as well.
Yeah. And what's so cool, there's this thing in Africa when you greet people that you greet them eye to eye, and you take your hand one under, one over from each person. So like I would have an underhand, the other person would have an overhand, and you say hello that way, and you say, and so you say, I see you. I see you. And just that connection, it totally changes the vibration between two people. And so it's kind of like the impression that I get from this moon and this fairy. They're looking into each other's eyes. I see you. And if you start your day that way, it's like talking to yourself. I see you. You got this. Yeah. Right? It's just, I don't know. There's something powerful with that. And yeah.
I love it. It's amazing. So what's your favorite way to give back to the community when you do, Joelle?
Well, I think if it's for an organization, it's always the ASPCA. I hate when I see animals are mistreated. And by the way, when we think about what's going on for humans, our stress is being transferred to animals right now. So pay attention to that. But that's my favorite charity. I also love giving to wounded warriors. I've got stepsons who are both in the military. One was a lifer in the Navy, and then the other one was in the Air Force. And just really awesome people, and they give back. And then how I do it is I work with people who, if you need coaching calls, everybody gets a discovery call. So whether that's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever that is, whatever it takes, we're going to go through things that really you're going to leave with some information, and so I think that's really impactful,
So if you're interested in a complimentary discovery call with Joellen, why don't you put in the word discovery in the comments? And I will also have her information posted, but go ahead and put that comment and I'll make sure I connect you with Joellen. If you want it to be private, you can message me, or you can message Joellen and I'll, let's see, what's the best way for them to contact you?
You can just friend me on Facebook if we're not already friends, and just go to Joellen Newman. So just J-O, and then E-L-L-E-N, Newman, N-E-W-M-A-N, just like Paul Newman. We're not related.
Perfect. But just like the salad dressing.
Yeah, exactly. Newman salad. My friend says, hello, Newman. And Newman from Seinfeld. I swear to God.
No, I just watched Seinfeld like 2 days ago, and he was in it, and so the exchange happened. Hello,
Newman. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And you have a show which you do on Wednesdays, correct? Yes, Wednesday evenings at 7 o'clock on her Facebook page, Entrepreneurs on the Rise.
Yep.
And Joellen brings all kinds of interesting guests on the show, so you can learn a lot from that space as well.
Yep.
And I mean, you cover all topics, just like, I mean, I do. I don't have a topic except tchotchkes.
I love it though. I love it. No, yeah, I love having entrepreneurs. I don't believe in competition. I'm just one of those weirdos. I just don't. I mean, people are going to go to who they want to go. And how do you compete with, like, it? Like, I want to be her. I mean, come on, right?
There isn't.
And so, exactly. And so I love highlighting other entrepreneurs you've been on. I love it. And I don't mind people coming back on, because it takes time. Just so you guys know, here's one tip in business, especially in social media. It takes about 15 hits, for people to actually then decide that they want to purchase from you. So, I think any opportunity to get people on social media, hi everybody. It's just, first of all, it's a connection. Hopefully it's a soulful connection, right?
Like us, eyes across the room. We were the moon and the fairy.
Right. We
connected.
Right, yeah. So since I'm a moon child, I was the moon, you're the fairy.
Okay.
Right. This beautiful little lithe thing with wings of, it's so cool. Yeah. Right. With the silver behind you. I thought about painting the silver. Right. But it's all about making sure everybody else's voice and message is heard, because your message is important, whatever that is.
And and coincidentally not, but I have this on my desk. It's your message matters. And this, I'm not going to explain all of these things, but there was a workshop that I did. We did it together. But
yes, we did.
You know what it is.
Right.
But there we go. For everybody out there, your message matters. And I keep this as a reminder for the work I do every day.
That is so cute.
It matters. So, 2 things. One, if you want to join today's workshop, make
Oracle
sure
messages
you comment.
For your business.
Oracle messages for your business. That's at 1 o'clock today, $15. It's just going to be fun.
Yeah.
If you would like a complimentary discovery call with Joellen, you can comment discovery or message either one of us, and we'll get you connected with her as well. It's worth the discovery call, because it's something new. It's a new way to think, to connect your brain and expand it. So I'd encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
And so much for joining us. Thank you.
Mwah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, you guys.